Now, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to come up with an enterprise resource planning for a university. And today, we are going to look at the remaining few aspects so that we can sum up all these things that we have been looking at. You get it? So let's look at first of all, most of us, for us to run our systems, we have been starting Visual Studio. But for me, when I'm starting my system, I just go to the local host and actually start. You get it? So we have a login like this, and last time we saw how actually this login can be converted. This one was a Bootstrap login. We are just converting it into C# so that we actually can use it. But you can develop this login from the scratch so that you can have something very interesting. But as I told you, Bootstrap has already done most of the things. People have done a lot of work online. You just have to get them, and some of the resources actually free of charge. Just download and use it the way you want. There's actually some of them even have no copyright, others have no strings attached and all that. So things actually there free of charge. So just imagine a very interesting and nice login like this. You actually can actually put the username and password. So uh, you get it. Then we also have another system that I want to look at. I'll be showing what has been done, what is remaining, and how you can do some of these things that actually you're watching. So today I would like to share with you there's this system here for produce, for wholesale. You get it. You see, I'm opening my systems. I have my systems running in IIS, Internet Information Systems Manager, where I configured all my systems. So the question you'll be asking is, how do you do that? Maybe I can share with you something small. That is very simple. You go to Control because you may not want in Visual Studio, then you start system without debugging, start without debugging system so that it can be accessed in the browser. You just go to your programs, you come here to uninstall a program. When you come here, there's turn Windows features on and off. When you click on it here, it brings you a pop-up where you're going to turn on these features on and off. So let me maximize it. Now I already have the .NET Framework 3.5 and 4.8 installed. Usually this one's as Windows embedded, especially if you're installing Windows 8 and above. But this is so common with Windows 11. If you open it here, it brings you Windows Communication Foundation HTTP activation. Sometimes when you're setting on these features, you switch on this, you turn on them by ticking here, but that's not an issue. Then when you open your .NET Framework 4.8 Advanced Services, you see WCF services here. You'll find out that I've ticked all these things: HTTP activation, message queuing activation, named pipe activation, TCP activation, TCP port sharing, some of those things. You can Google to see how uh, these things work and more of them. Mainly they do these configurations help in setting up a platform that way you can run new things locally. Then our point of interest is here is in Internet Information Services, IIS. You come to Web Management Tools. When you open it, you start with IIS Management Compatibility. When you open it here, we have been checking the third one, that is the Metabase and IIS configuration compatibility. Then we also check in the Management Console and Management Service. Then after that you open the World Wide Web, www services, and you start with application development features. When you open it here, you'll find out that by default, since you already have .NET framework of 4.8, here you'll find out that the .NET extensibility 4.8 has been by default checked. Then it's ASP.NET 4.8. So these ones, so usually here there's little work to do. When you open here common HTTP features here, so here is where you actually put you start checking. You find out that these things are not checked. You tick default document, directory browsing, HTTP errors, HTTP redirection, static content. You'll also read more about what these ones help. You know, if you don't check some of these, for example, static content, your login page cannot come, your default page, and maybe the default document. So there's a lot they do. Then if you come here, you come to health and diagnostics. Here, sometimes there's little to do here. Performance features here, you'll find out that you need both of them. The compressions, both dynamic and static content. You need to check both of them. Then under security, usually we need to do basic authentication, client certificate mapping authentication, digest authentication, request URL authorization, and Windows authentication. Now these are the security measures that you should ensure are turned on. When you finish that, when you finish turning on those things here, the only thing you do here, you come and click OK. So when you click OK here, it's supposed to roll, but now since I've not added anything or either removed anything, it has just disappeared. So when you finish that, you go to your IIS, then it brings for you Internet Information Services. Then when you open it here, you come to your sites. Then when you right click here, add website. So you can say trial ERP. Then the direction, the path, you look at your project is or your system. You go to this. Then I have this one we've been building that is called been working on. So this one, yes, this one trial. I open it. Then I assign it a port. You can do 188. Then come here. I come to browse. So by default, it's going to open here. So that is it in brief as far as setting up the Internet Information Services. So you can see I now have my login, and you remember we had AR admin. So instead of me going to Visual Studio, then I start without debugging, I open my trial, then I wait for it load, then I go to the toolbar, then I click on start without debugging. No. So you just do that and everything, you see. So it has logged in. You get it. And there I am with my system. So today I would like to share with you to show you how these things actually have been done. So you have a system here for point of sale, which is used by a store. They do sell rice and just general merchandise, but they do more of wholesale and retail. So I want to show you, this is the home. This is, so what you're seeing here on the left here we have the ASPX menu. You now know what, if I talk about the ASPX menu, you know how these things can be done. This receipt number here, this 44078, this is automatically generated. I remember I showed you how to come up with a procedure that automatically creates codes which are auto incremented in the database. We did it last time. Then this is a date. How does this date come about? This one is a session. Let me just show you here. This one is a session which returns the actual date. Actually, I usually like calling it the system date. Yes, that is the word. It returns the system date. You get it. That you can either declare a session, equate it to date time. Dot. Let me just show you something here. Okay, this one is still opening. So this is how the date comes in. Then here we have this is where you select items from. So if you select, for example, maize, it's supposed to throw for us the rate here, and you already know how that is done. We did that as well in you remember when we were doing yes, I think we did not implement that. I'm going to show you that it's done, but it's a procedure. It's a combination of a procedure and function. You get it, whereby someone selects an item, it gives us the rate, then comes here, enters the quantity, then he adds it. Okay, so you see, so by default the system has given us the particular maize at 3000. It needs maybe 2 kgs, and automatically captures for us the gives us our price, our total, which is 6000. Then it gives us the receipt total here. That's assuming you have a lot of items here you're selling. You get it. You add it here, so your total will keep on increasing. Let me see here. Let me see if I can go to stock management. Let me try to add another new item. So when we come to our sales here, so you can add here, so you can choose cooking oil, automatically return for 7200. Yeah, so that is it. So I want to show you how the date is actually is worked on. So you declare a session, so you can say session, you call it maybe dt is equals to date time dot now dot to now. If you want it, for example, Wednesday in full, everything in full, so you do long date string. You get it. But if you just want it to give us the date, the day, month, and year, and figures, you just do short date. You get it. Then you are now assigned that, for example, if you have a new student, if you have if you have a label that you want to assign it to, So as you're developing, I was also developing here. So let me see which database did I connect this one to. Okay, HA, I'm using this one here. HR at joshua@gmail.com. Okay. So that's how the date. So that's how we declare the date. Yes. For example, if you want to this maybe have a label for date here, that's how you can actually do it. So today I'm just trying to sum up everything. That's why you see I'm going here, so that because I've already done most of these things. Then so this is where the sales are made from. Then so you tell this person that I have your total bill is 23,000. Then this person tells you, cooking oil reduce one. So I gave in an opportunity for you to edit. So you click on this one with minus. Then make it one. You save the changes. If you close like this, by default, it's going to refresh it. And how can you do that? I also showed you how actually you can do it. That one for the system to automatically do that automatic refresh when you close a pop-up. Yes, that is simple. Let me just show you where that can be got from. Okay, we did it here, so I'll do it from here. You go to the SPX pop-up, you click on the designer, it opens for you the designer. You go to client side events, you go to close up. Yes, it's good, it's not there, so you can put it here. So you type window dot location dot href is equals to window dot location dot href, then you terminate. So you can copy this because we have two pop-ups. Click OK. You can even do it for the same here. You go to the designer, client side events, closed up. You create the function, then you click OK. So that is how this the same thing, even deleting, I can still delete it. Yes, you could be wondering how comes I'm that button, if I click on it, it only picks for me the cooking oil. It doesn't pick for me the maize, it doesn't pick for me, only the cooking oil. That one already we did it last time. You remember when we were trying to update a student? Let me see. Yes, delete. Then if I close it, it's going to it goes to 9,000. I think we tried to do that. Let me see. Locations. Yes, we did it here. When you're doing, for example, if you want to view or print, so if you want to view, you see sessions. You see now how sessions are becoming very interesting to use. You have a session name, eh, but that name you assign it the grid view, but you are picking a particular row value, but that row value has a focused row index, which is the name. So this one is come from the database. You get it. This one here, let me show you where this one come. Name combo. If you come here to your table, you go to your grid view. If you go to source, you come here and you'll see name. Where is this? I've seen gender is here, but I'm looking for name is here. Name combo. You get it. So that is it. Let me see whether we did do it for printing. Okay, let's continue. Is I'm trying to show you that you see the features we are using here, we can actually use them somewhere else. You get it. You learn it from one system, you can implement it in another system, as long as you understand the standards, because all these things are the same. You get it. So then another thing is, you see, if I'm to refresh my page, by default the grid view, the first row is highlighted. It has a dark background. How is that one done? Because that one is the one which allows you to automatically select an item from a particular row. That is very simple. You go to grid view, you go to its settings, so its properties, and you look for what is called settings behavior. Then you go to allow focus row. You get it. Allow focus row. Make it. You make it. You make allow focus row. You make allow focus row. You make it true. So that's what makes it highlighted, and it's what enables you to only and only pick a particular raw item. Otherwise it will not actually work. Yes, then here after making the cell, you can actually do the print. Yes, let me see. Let me show you how it prints. You want to print that. Now this system here, our printing mechanism, when I was coding for the client was like, I want you to print only and only when you when the customer has actually asked for it. Okay, this one is for all the sales today. I think we're first supposed to save it. So we have down here, we have new sales. This is the one which actually, if you click on it, it's what saves that cell into the system. Okay, let's check here and see. I think we need to implement it here. Let me check here in the students here. I click on Waswahasen and I do the print. Okay, I did also not implement it. Alright, so let me check on this one here. Okay, now here for the, you see, as I was told you, as you'll be working, I was also working, and I've already done a lot of stuff here. Wow, it's so interesting. So let me try to see here. Which one has an active stuff here. So I've quite done a lot of work here for okay, okay. Let's try to see. I want to show you how that is implemented. The print. Let me check here on banking reporting. I think we did it on timetable. Let me see on teaching center. Okay, presenting where did we do the implementation? Okay, okay. We have a lot of system that I can open here. Okay, let me try to open this one here. Select the date here. Okay, so this is our report, yeah, which can be printed in PDFs, or you can download it, or you can print it, you can save as PDF. So very nice report. You get it, showing the bank records. It shows the total amount that has been banked, and it shows us the date, how much was banked. Until this is now general, not distinguished according to whether it is Airtel Money, MTN, or bank account. It's just general. Okay, so uh, we did this, and I remember we we did something small, but it was a very nice one to actually guide us towards actually achieving what we really wanted, and we actually implemented it. Okay. Let me just show you the code. Okay, so we are going to, let's implement that as well. A print button, help us print the student trying to split cells so they can have. Okay, let me have it into 2 here. So adding a button here, SPX button. size by default to be small. Then for color, we use white. So then width, 170 is the default. Okay, it's like it's a bit standard. So we double click it on it so that it can take us to its on click method. That is where we are going to do our coding form to enable us to come up actually with the system. Sorry, with the method. So Recent has already created the on click. So to start with, for now we're using Crystal reports, but there's also what's called Dev Express reports. And I told you last time the challenge is the Crystal reports. And okay, so I told you the difference between Crystal reports and Dev Express reports. We don't use. Okay, I don't advise you to use Dev Express reports. Sorry, Crystal reports, because they have limitations, especially when it comes to the bulk of the pages to be printed out. It has a limit. So then secondly, you may have to do, if you want to print out in any format, for example in Excel, in PDF, in Microsoft Word, in Crystal reports you have to develop different codes, but in Dev Express reports you just do it once, and so the person who is the user chooses which type of report he wants, get it. But now Crystal reports helps us to understand it from the first principles. So you say using Crystal. Okay, I think we need to first call them. We need to add the references. Then we search for them here. Okay, so I have here. So I have Crystal decisions not shared. I come to design.engine and maybe .report source. Okay, then I do okay. So then I can refresh here. So if I use using Crystal decisions dot Crystal reports dot engine, then using Crystal reports dot decisions dot shared. Okay, so and now, since I already have this stuff already implemented, we, 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 we're just going to do copy the code and paste. Okay, so I'm not going to use the session for now, but you now know how sessions actually help and how they actually simplify the process of design. So we start by report document, which is a reserved word. You assign it RPT is equals to new. Then report document, open and close. So we are using, now we're supposed to pick the data set which has this table here. So we go to our students. We look for where we got that data from. But now here, yes, I've remembered, we only have one data set, which is ERP main data set. So that's where we are going to actually pick it from. So we're going to do ERP main data set is equals to just do that. Then we are going to get the table adapter. So you say ERP main data set table adapters, and here dot we are getting students. Okay, so we need to remove the whole of this. Yes, we can assign it to any word, either stock or what. So is equals to new ERP main data set. But if you don't want the long thing here, you copy this. So we also put it here using ERP dataset table adapters. So when you come here, so there's no need of, so you just do equals to, and it will bring for you the table one. Now here we want to print students who are filled by applications. So want to see all the applications. Then our data here, we are picking the students table and we are printing all. You get it for now. Okay, then we come here, we are going to create a folder which we are going to call reports. New folder, we call it reports. Then under here, we can also create another folder. We call it maybe AR. And here under AR, we are having our first report. We come here to add a new item. For the first time, but if you've already used Crystal Reports, it will come here. But for the first time, you have to go to add new item. Then you brings first the pop-up and you look for Crystal Reports. Yes, Crystal Reports is here. Then you can call it admitted. All applications .rpt. You don't remove the extension. It brings you using report wizard. Yes, you click OK. Cross tab is whereby you are going to get a report which we have data running on the column and data running on the row. For example, if you are doing a timetable, you get it. You have some data which will be running horizontally, others will be running vertically. That's why you choose that. Then you have a mail label, but these ones are for future. But for now, we are going to do standard. Then you click OK. Then it brings for you this where you're supposed to check for data sources, where you're going to get that data source. Come to project data, we go to adobe.net datasets. Click to open it. So it's going to show us all the tables. So you come to students. Click on this arrow to push that selected table this side. You do next. Yeah. So you can choose what to display from here, or you just do like you get it. So they're quite a lot, but for us now here, we're going to do standard for now, then you do finish. So when you do finish here, it brings for you this. So you will hide our report header. So then you expand on the page header. So you pull our date here. So you can even put it here. So then we are going to right click. You insert a text box. So you can call it, for example, you can say Soroti University. What do we mean? Tahoma is the standard. You can give it 18. Then you make it bold. Then you can increase on it. Alhamdulillah. Put it center. Then you can add, insert an image. Come to picture here. We are going to look for our images. So we go to trial and images. So we're going to pick any image. Assuming, for example, we have a logo. You open it, then you put it here. Yeah, so you have an image like that. Then we are going to design our, we shall put a box. We draw the box which is going to cut across, something like that. Okay, then you come to properties, you give it the thickness, you can make it 30. Then you start pulling, you open the database fields, you find out the table, then you start putting what you need. So you can do title, you put it under details, then it will automatically create for you a heading, but that's not how we want it. Then you can reduce title. Then you come to, we need name combination. Then we need student email. Then you need the program. Then maybe you can also look at academic year. Where is academic year here? Where's academic year? So you can choose whatever you want from that. I've just picked a few. Then I go to Tahoma. Then I make it 11. I can increase on it slightly here. Okay, so I have my table. I'm now designing my report. Then I can now draw my lines to separate, to create the columns. I come to line, so I draw my line from here up to here. I draw another one. So yeah, I finished that. My print date, put it there. Then my page number, I can also put it here. And yes, I can do a number so that you can count for me. And if I count, this one is under special fields. It's called record. Record the number. I put it here. Just reduce a bit. Okay. Another gray line. So we come here, we copy it, copy, then we go back to our code. You can even close it now. We come to our students and we paste it inside the quotes. Change from here. Okay, so we start from reports. Then I save. So if I come to the system here, but remember the report that is going to print, have you seen? So I have my two buttons there. I do applications, then I just generate. So this one here is going to give me all the students. Then sorry, I'm supposed to give him here. I give it to the, I rename it as, let me see, have I put the code in the right position? I'm seeing I have two print button clicks. Click here. Okay, it has created very many. Okay, let me delete them. So I'm going to delete this and this one here so that it can create for me. I don't want an extension, and yes, you can also just double click here on properties on click method for it to operate for you. Okay, so we are going to copy this method here up to here. This one here is going to print for me all. So even if I don't make a selection of applicants or whatever, it's going to print for me all. Let me see here my code. Yeah, it's going to bring for me all the those who have applied. Okay, so we select here, and then we generate the list. Okay, it has a this one means I have not correctly mapped it. So I come back here, I look at my code. This, yes, I've deleted it beyond. Have you seen? So I have this one here. It's supposed to be, I'm supposed to have the main ERP. So I put it here. So you also have to this one means it's trying to trace where the document is, but it's not seeing the document. So either you've pulled a different data set, your report is in a different data set, or you've so it's quite a number of stuff. Okay. Yeah, so we have our report. So you see, it has the count 1, 2, 3 up to 11. We get it, Soweto University. So we can also draw lines across to ensure that data does not data is well designed. So you come back here, you right click, insert a line, so you can separate the heading. So you can draw a line here. Then even the data can reduce on this, but also you can slightly increase on this so that you have some space. Okay, insert a line beneath here. Okay, so if I can save here, I come back and refresh. So if I do my applications, I have 11. Generate the list. Wow. So you see it's page 1, but down here you can put designed by Solomon, designed by so you can put it here. Then up here you can add more things, location, what you can increase on the font, whatsoever. Then the other thing is maybe yes, so if you try to do admitted, generate the list. Wow, so I told you this. So this method only works for because there's this field by, which is actually only picking for us the students who have applied. This one here, field by application. But if you wanted to pick by a general, so you can say field by status. You get it, and it will actually give us here. So it will ask us that there's something we're missing. Then we come and pick our what? We pick our student combo box. Put it here so that student CB dot text. Okay. So here now, this is now an open. We have now opened it. It can now give us the report depending on the status that we have actually selected. So if you do applications, let me first remove this. So this logo is not matching. But at least you've seen how to enter a specific code for that. There's some mismatch in the code, but you now actually understood the syntax. So to sum up everything, one thing I'd like to inform you that we have gone through most of the things. Now you see in a point of sale. So you can now develop a point of sale because you now know where to get these features and how to make them how to make them run. Last time we looked at the database here. You get it. How to create the tables, how to create search statements, the procedures. You get it. So it is the more what you need is what you create. Hmm? Let me show you. Maybe if I log in as the manager. This system is actually in use. For example, this is version 3 of this point of sale, and we have another version 4, which is so superb. It has a lot of things because it was built out of doing a lot of research. It has some APIs, it has the things which have been added into the system. So I think that brings us to the end. Usually when you understand the concepts, you can start from here to actually build most of these things. As this one is loading, let me see if this one here I show you what I've so far done, so that you never know, you may get some nyege so which can enable you to come up with actually a complete system. Okay, let me show you this one here. This is for a hospital. This is for a hospital. And you just see I'm using the same things. There's nothing much. This one's just another Bootstrap login, which I downloaded and converted into C#. You see how actually things actually very interesting and things have already been done. You don't need to do a lot of work. People have actually done great work for you. So to sum up everything, I would like to show you so far what I've done. And so you see that this is a patient care management system. It's used by a hospital, and this is a page of a receptionist, the one who receives clients. So I want to show you some of the things I showed you that you can learn them from system A, you implement them in system B. I just want you to see how this the hospital runs. You get it. So let it load. Select type of patient. I have new patient. If it does new patient, close for me that. I think you now know how to do this. This is simply done, and we implemented here when you're registering a student. See here, AR, we go to the pop-ups. Yes, new student. Have you seen this selected index changed? The if statements here. If someone is married, return the mobile. If he's single, divorced, or prefer not to say, return this. You get it? So this is how we do it. But if it's a revisiting patient, it should return for us. Wow, you see, it has hidden the other details. So that one is implemented using an if statement, if clause. Then for gender, if it's male, it doesn't bring anything here. But if it's female, you're going to see it's going to give us some status. Is it pregnant, normal, or not applicable? Then marital status, if it's single, it doesn't give us anything. But if it's married, it gives us the name of the spouse. So this one here, you see, I'm implementing it here, but we already did it in the when you're developing the ERP. Where is it? Is when you're registering a student. I think you remember that. Implemented it. I'm just trying to show you that you now have everything. When you came to gender here, you get it. Yes, marital status. Yes, married. It gives us spouse, name of spouse, and the contact. You see, you are wondering why the contact has dashes. We have already done, because if we have coded this text box to only and only allow telephone number. For example, you cannot say 0772217896. It's not complete. So meaning you have to start with 256. 256 776 214 009. So you see, but if someone is, for example, someone say is divorced, there's no need of the spouse name. If someone says prefer not to say, you also don't have to get that content. You just move on. But if someone says single, but if someone says I'm married, so that's the same thing that I actually did here. And single, if male, if it's male, so you can even do it. For example, if you are registering, I was telling you, if you reach maybe religion, if someone says Christian, you may want to go into details to know this person is Christian, but of which sect. So you can also put that one. You get it? If you're Christian, which sect? Are you a Seventh Day? Are you saved? Are you Protestant? Are you? Then someone says I'm a Muslim. Yes. Are you a Muslim? Yes. Are you a Sunni? You know, I have the sects in Islam. Are you Sunni? Are you Ahli Sunnah wal Jamaa? Are you all those? So you can implement it. For example, campus. If someone chooses main campus, there are some things you will want this person to actually feel. If someone chooses maybe another campus, there are some things which you don't want this person. So we cannot. That one has already been implemented, and you now have it. And you see, I've seen the date here. This is Thursday. This is full date. But also, when you go somewhere, you will find out that we actually implemented. Let me say HR. So that sums up everything. So for me, what I did, I I have this is the HR human resource profile, which is almost complete because this has a lot of things. It has the staff information. This is where we view all the stuff. We can even do view their data. We can do print, look at their children information, employment records, trainings attended, and the publications. You get it. Then here we have the staff leave. So this is where as a human resource, you approve leaves from which have been applied. We have time off, but you can also request for time off. These ones have calculators which can enable us to calculate. If you put the start date, the system by default brings for you the end date by adding the date that you've selected. But if you still have the start date, maybe today, and you've requested for 7 days, sorry, for 5 days, and maybe you are going to do family matter. Leave off is usually brief when you apply. It's the request comes and it shows you get it. By default, it calculates when you're supposed to come back. You see, you picked from 20th and you've said 5 days. It's going to, you're supposed to come back on 29th. Some of you are wondering why it is 29th instead of 25th or 26th. because the system omits weekends. You get it? Then this is a fellow where we record the fellowships that people have applied for. You get it? If someone have applied for further studies, you can also request from here. It shows us the program, the institution, who is going to fund you, the tuition payer, the admission, is the head of department is comment, director's comment, the dean, or sorry, the principal, or you can say the vice chancellor. Then here is where we do the staff IDs from. We prepare them from here and actually can print them. The children's scheme, in case the university has provision to support the staff students studying, you can actually also put it here. Then the payroll, this is where you prepare the payroll from, the staff code, the name, gross allowances, NSSF, pay, advance, department, and the net. Then here, this is where we request for advances from, and as the HR also can approve advances from here. So this is where we create, we add contracts from, and also renew. You see there's a renew button here. That is where the contracts are renewed from. But remember, the contract is renewed after somebody has done the appraisal. You see the working hours, blah blah blah, the salary. Yeah? Usually when you're renewing a contract, there's salary increment. So this is where we view the inactive staff from, depending on there's some checks we do. Appraisal, yes, this is done annually to see the staff, the department, the final mark, the average score, the category status. Then you can do the manage. So you do the appraisal questions from, and the settings here. Under settings, so you do appraisal here, but there are quite a number of things you can add here. So members, you have it, you have everything. You have the softwares, you have told you to do some system analysis and requirements analysis. Please, I think you've done it enough, you have everything. So that brings us to the end of everything. I'm going to share with you these systems, this point of sale here. Yes, this is already a money making agent. Please use it for academic purposes only. Don't start selling it. Yes, I know Solomon is very wise. You may start making money. Yes, if you want to sell it, you contact me, then we see how we can negotiate. Then but I'm going to give you a copy. It's only for study purposes. This one here, this is already what we're using to build, but we're building to this was viewers for studying purpose. This is also mine because we needed to present two solutions, so you see what I'm doing vis-a-vis what you are doing. It has been great. I wish you well. Let us continue the discussions. In case of anything, you can inbox me, you can contact me. You can still follow these videos in the YouTube channel. I am going to also upload the first set of the discussion we had, showing the softwares and how they work and how they do, how to actually, I'm going to do a fresh installation to see how best we can actually do these things. Otherwise, for now, thank you. I wish you nice deliberations. Don't forget to follow. Stay ahead of the game.